Es ist der Moment, auf den wir alle gewartet haben. Das große Finale des European Darts Grand Prix 2020 live aus dem Glaspalast in Sindelfingen und live auf PDC TV. 48 Spieler haben dieses Turnier begonnen, nur noch 2 sind übrig. Hier kommen unsere Finalisten. Wir begrüßen auf der Bühne die aktuelle Nummer 43 der Welt mit 2 Siegen auf der Pro Tour. Heute steht er in seinem ersten European Tour Finale aus Portugal, José de Sousa. Sein Gegner ist die Nummer 1 der Welt. Ein mehrfacher World Grand Prix, World Matchplay und Premier League Champion. Und 3-facher Weltmeister aus den Niederlanden, Mighty Michael van Gerwen.
The Euro Tour is well and truly back because Mighty Michael van Gerwen is back in a Euro Tour final. He's taking on a man who walks on stage to Pitbull, but it's not the man you think, because Peter Snakebite Wright will not be involved in the rest of the European Tour for 2020. But what a man we've got stepping up to take the usual role of MVG's main rival on the European circuit tonight. It is the special one, the Portuguese man of scores, José de Sousa, a man who already has 2 PDC titles to his name, but both on the floor. He has shown he is quite capable of hitting the same heights that he produces in floor tournaments on the big stages. And he will take on the world #1 for £25,000 in ranking money and what would be his first Euro Tour title. They've decided before this gets underway that they're going to send George Noble off to get a different board. I'm not sure what the problem was with the original one. Might have just been a slightly misshapen segment of it. What's your reading of it, Paul Nicholson?
Well, Michael van Gerwen was definitely not happy with the board in his first 3 practice starts and has requested a new board to be put on the wall. The thing is, José de Sousa has to agree. Has to be 2 players. He has said, fine by me. Let's get it on.
Well, all the numbers will be in the same place. Doesn't necessarily mean José will be throwing at the right ones all the time, but we've seen so far today de Sousa taking out Darius Labanauskas and then the defending champion Ian White, both with averages around the 98-99 mark and a consistent barrage of big scores, particularly the 2 treble visits. He is dangerous. Michael van Gerwen has not been as dominant as he has been in most of the European Tour events in which he finds himself in the final. He's only got a tournament average of 94 and change, under 95 for MVG. He has twice survived match darts against Vincent van der Voort and then Nathan Aspinall. But José de Sousa has survived the match dart himself against Ian White in that absolute thriller of a semi-final that saw the Diamonds title defence come to an end.
It's a valiant defence though, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Really played.
Really, really top quality stuff. Game of the weekend for me, that one. Look how relaxed José seems.
Well, what pressure's he under? Has to be said, going into this one, he's probably played the better darts over the course of the last couple of days. But people will expect Michael van Gerwen to win this final.
Well, he did beat José de Sousa in a final That was during the summer series. He beat him 8-3. It is the same
First
length of game here, first to eight.
First. Game on.
And off we go. Jose de Sousa has the darts. His first ever Euro Tour final. It's only his third European Tour appearance.
100.
When you put it out there like that, that seems ridiculous. Considering he's seeded at 15, okay? Third Euro Tour.
140.
That doesn't seem feasible, but it is true.
Yeah, well, as I say, he's won a couple of titles on the floor, but he's not been that good at qualifying for these, which is why he's had to just be so brilliant in getting the seeds to get here.
Well, he's not going to have to bother with qualifying for
140.
whatever happens. 10 grand guaranteed for the final. That's going to put a bit of a chunk onto your seeding.
And we will be seeing him at the European Championship. Remember.
43.
Imagine what this man could do there. He starts off in the same manner that he's been going so far today, in and around that treble 20. Even Michael van Gerwen
57.
can struggle to live with this man's scoring power. It is that impressive.
It's got to be there. He gets himself to the outer ring
140.
more times than Michael. I think he wins the final. But Michael did show a lot of accuracy when getting shots in that semi-final. He was given chances, admittedly, by Mensah-Suljovic, but when he got his chances, he did take them, and that was good for his confidence.
Yeah, the finishing markedly improved.
Well, I think that it's remarkable there, Dan. First dart, it goes in all the way to the end of the barrel. The next one, there's lots of points shown. Has he got different length points in?
Oh, who knows?
94. Jose requires 64.
That was very odd.
Double eight. Double four.
56.
Two darts missed by the Portuguese
Michael
man
Lee require
scores. Van
84.
Gerwen is there, ready to pounce. He was gobbling these opportunities up against Mensah in the semis. He gobbles that one up as well.
Michael
Ominous
Van Gerwen.
stuff from the world number one.
Second leg, Michael, to throw.
Nothing but net there, Dan.
Game on.
Swish.
It's been a big drought since the last European Tour
96.
success for him from Graz. And when it comes to Michael van Gerwen, he's used to winning multiple European Tour events per season.
43.
This is his first chance to snag one in 2020. I can't conceive of him not winning a European Tour crown in a year.
Well, even with just the 4
100.
events, you're expecting him to win one of them. That's just been the way of things for years now. This is his 41st European Tour final. He's won 32 of them. Could be 33. Michael van Gerwen, on average, when he turns up to the Euro Tour, picks up around about £10,000 in prize money. That's the equivalent of reaching the final. He just believes
57.
that prize money is his by right. Now, Jose de Sousa isn't doing bad, you know. If he were to lose this final, he's averaging about £6,000 per Euro Tour because he's only been in 3. If he wins it, he's averaging nearly 11. Surely he couldn't sustain that, could he? I don't know.
100.
Well, he would have to win, what, 1 in 3? And then cash well in the others?
He's,
171.
there's only 2 people who've beat him on the Euro Tour because he's played in 2. One of them was Michael van Gerwen. One of them was Chris Dobin, a last leg decider.
140.
Looks in
Michael
good shape,
requires
but Van
77.
Gerwen is in better shape by that white horse approach. Oh, what just happened? And that last
34.
start was lazy.
Does he require 84?
Oh, missing big numbers, MVG. Sousa, 14 segments. Now the bullseye. Oh, bang in the middle. These soft hit players love a bullseye, and Jose de Sousa, that's where he came from. Yeah, the soft hit where the board does all the counting for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, he's hit that bullseye there, Dan, and it makes this sound.
Yes.
Just like that. That was nothing but net as well. That was such a good bullseye.
Breaks back immediately. Jose de Sousa will not be cowed by his illustrious opponent. He beat him last time they played. Pro Tour quarter-final.
140.
MVG average 103. Still wasn't enough.
Get the feeling this one's going to be pretty good.
93.
But Michael cannot have those visits where he misses the single and then wastes the next start as well.
Well, look, missing a big number. It's a cardinal sin.
100.
Rod Harrington, somewhere, even if he's not watching this, I bet you his ears pricked up. His spidey senses tingled as MVG misses the big number.
97.
Bit like a dad when the thermostat is changed.
Yeah, exactly that.
This is great. Very, very tidy.
100.
He's going to cause Michael a lot of problems in this final.
59.
Michael Van
Does he
Gerwen beat
require
him in the
81?
final back in the summer series. He was a bit patronising. He said, "Oh, he's a good player. He's boring, isn't he? He's very slow and boring, but he's a good player."
He's anything but boring.
Well, yeah, quite.
What is it about
41.
people like Glenn Durrant and De Souza that are being accused of being boring? Is boring the new cool?
Well, look, Glenn Durrant, I think he'd be
82.
quite happy to be called boring. He's boring Premier
Does he
League
require 40?
champion. Jose De Souza is currently 2-1 up on the world number one, throwing a tedious 105 average.
I do find it quite amusing that people
86.
think that Jose looks like Jim's dad from American Pie.
Yeah, he does. I can't remember the actor's name now, but he does look a bit like him.
What do you think of the dart shirt as well? I had a
100.
conversation with Malarkey about it yesterday, and it looks like a mishmash
Yeah.
of two of his shirts that he had. I like them both, actually. Can I have one that has a bit of both? And the colours don't
60.
even match.
No, I mean, there are many, many positive things to say about Jose De Souza, and I've said many of them. But there aren't a great deal to say about the old dart shirt. My opinion, subjective thing.
It looks like someone mashed up a
46.
trifle with a spaghetti bolognese and threw it on the floor.
Well, there's one interpretation of that piece of artwork for you.
It's not going right for Michael
57.
right now. 9 darts thrown and barely gets under 300.
Barking at himself.
I should watch what I say about people's dart shirts, by the way. I
100.
said Matthew Edgar's looked like toothpaste. That got me in strife for at least a week.
Well, look, Edgar, I think, is one of those men who
96.
doesn't matter if they're having a go at you, they're talking about you.
Correct.
That's the most important thing.
No such thing as bad publicity.
Exactly.
95.
Okay, quite like the use of the board there, Jose. Gets himself to a finish which would not require the bullseye.
134.
If De Souza was to be successful
Does he
tonight,
require 160?
it will seem a long time ago since he played Michael Barnard at the World Championships in that horrible game.
95. Michael, you require 68.
65. And Gerwen will get 2 darts for the leg.
He's
Only
on a
needs
full
one.
flag.
It's
Michael
quite
Van
nicely
Gerwen.
done, but it's only a 17 darter
flag,
and 4
judging
legs into
to
this
throw
game. And the
first.
green machine has not
Game
really got up and running because it's only an average in the sort of low to mid 90s, and that's kind of where he spent a lot of this weekend hovering. The scoring power has just
57.
not been there. He has not ended any of his games so far this weekend with an average over a ton.
The 2 darters are good though. The 84 and the 68. They're encouraging.
58.
And that is obviously a massive step forward because we saw against Vincent van der Voort, he didn't even hit a quarter of his darts at doubles.
And most importantly, neither did Vincent.
Yeah.
137.
It's difficult to say that Vincent should have won that game because they both played equally poorly.
They both had the chance to win it. I think it's probably the most
59.
appropriate way of saying it.
You see that overall, 43%, nothing wrong with that for Michael Van Gerwen, but that has been dragged up by the 2 from 2 in this match and the excellent finishing against Mensur Suljovic, where he was 2/3 of his doubles.
137.
Before that, it was way south of 40%, and that's not good enough for the world number one, not by his own standards.
Oh, is that a Robin Hood?
120.
Why
Does
is
he
he getting
require
more of them now
170?
than ever?
I
It's
don't know.
really, really weird. Michael hit a 170. Previously, in the semi. And De Sousa had the line on the bullseye there. Almost gets one of his own. Well, it seems to me like Michael van Gerwen is going to have to take every chance he gets. Double 12. Back to sixes. Oh, look at that. Right in the middle. 3-2 Portugal.
$93.
Seeing as he is the only Portuguese player on tour, do we have to call him the Cristiano Ronaldo of darts?
Well, I mean, Cristo Reyes, albeit he's Spanish, he does have the CR180 tag, doesn't he? I would argue that Jose de Sousa is a more exciting sporting prospect than even
99.
Cristiano Ronaldo. But then again,
Your Twitter feed's about to explode.
I realise I have a rather different perspective on world sport than most.
You're more like, you know, the Ocho, aren't you? You like the alternative stuff.
Oh. Look, nothing alternative about the European Tour. People are coming round to that. They're recognising what a product this is.
Oh yeah, we've known it for years.
92.
Michael looks languid. He looks a little bit rubbery. Doesn't look very rigid and fired up. Needs to find a second win, maybe.
Well, he may be looking rubbery. It's because Jose de Sousa, he's knocking him bandy in
100.
the scoring phases of this game. 5 ton 40 visits, 2 180s. Van Gerwen's only mastered 3 ton 40 plus visits
60.
so far.
You require
This is
87.
Jose is doing what he did to Ian White here. He's just outscoring one of the biggest scorers in the world because they're not on top of their game. Double 18 now for Jose. And there it is, 11 darter. And he opens up a 2-leg gap. Ian White nearly beat Jose with this incredible rear guard action of taking out almost every checkout that was put in front of him, including 3 ton plus on his throat. He got a match dart and couldn't repeat the trick again. But that was spectacular stuff from White, and Van Gerwen might have to do something similar, because how do you compete with this?
Sometimes you can't. But what's happening on the European Tour this year? It might be a truncated season.
57.
But you've got a first-time winner in Hildesheim. You're looking like you might be getting a first-time winner in De Sousa if he keeps this up. And as for next week, which is the Gerwyn Price Open,
Yes.
that's probably not going to go to Wales. The way things have happened
44.
in 2020.
Gerwyn Price will be looking to win the International Darts Open for a 3rd consecutive year. Before going to the Grand Slam, looking to win that for a 3rd consecutive year. If he did win in Riesa, he would bookend the season, because of course he won the Belgian Darts Championship at the start of this year before lockdown hit. And then we saw loads of things just struck from the calendar.
Well, I remember, that means that nobody has won the
95.
Eric Bristow Trophy apart from Gerwyn Price.
That's true. I would argue we're quite a fitting holder of a trophy of that
99.
name.
I'd have to agree. Well, De Sousa, in this position, will think that 5-2 is a fair result. Has to get there first.
96.
That helps. Just taking 87. What's an 86 between friends?
134.
Last start from MVG gets him to a
Jose,
very
you
makeable
require
finish.
86.
Jose's already had a bullseye finish in this game of 84. He doesn't want to be going at the bullseye here, but he may have to. Nope, double 16 it is.
Double
Just checking.
16.
The abacus comes out.
And
The dart finds the bed. Jose de Sousa is not only leading the world #1 in this final, he is dominating the world #1.
139.
84, 86, 87. Yes, the Portuguese man of scores is an absolute points cannon at the start of legs and around the treble 20. But he is finishing very, very well as well. And look at that, it's #4. He is averaging well over a ton and around 15 points more than Michael van Gerwen.
96.
He's done a lot. playing darts in the last 20 years, de Sousa. A lot of it on the quiet. But this will be undoubtedly the best day of his
60.
career so far. And it, for me, would vault him into a different stratosphere as maybe a threat for majors. Let's not forget, winning this gets him in the Grand Slam. That's an extra cherry.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. He needs 3 more legs, and Michael van Gerwen is on a potential 11-darter himself here.
60.
But there is no denying that
Michael
Jose de Sousa, over the
86.
first 7 legs of this, has been by far the superior player.
Doesn't have to go for 18 ball. Sensible. Just making sure he doesn't
54.
make the mistake he made earlier of missing the single. He almost did though.
But yeah, and even then, he's having to check this guy. Right, where am I going? He's rattled. He's not used to this,
97.
Michael
Michael,
van
you
Gerwen. Yes, he's
require
lost the Euro Tour
32.
finals. He only loses about 1 in 4 that he plays. He does pick up a 14-darter there, but look at the people who've
Nine
beaten
flag,
him.
Jose
We're talking
Rojas.
enormous names. Michael
Game
Smith
on.
a couple of times, Peter Wright a couple of times, Phil Taylor, Ian White, Mensur Suljovic, and the other one, Joe Cullen. And even though he may not quite sit in the bracket along with Taylor, etc., he's certainly proven his worth on the European Tour.
Has
93.
been beaten in the final here before by Peter Wright 6-0. One of the most astounding finals that we have seen on the European Tour before it was extended to first to 8.
96.
Yeah, won this in 2016 and 2018, Michael van Gerwen.
So he's looking for the pattern.
Looking for the three-peat, but
60.
staggered every other year.
The hurdle.
Yeah.
Advantage, de Sousa. Good switch.
95.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, quite like that.
I like that. It's a lovely leave.
Well, even a 180 would have got Van Gerwen to a finish.
43.
De Sousa doesn't.
Jose, you require 130.
Does he go treble 20, double 5? He doesn't need to stay there.
44.
Well, making a bit of a mess of it, but
I'm surprised, you know, with Van Gerwen leaving a number where a maximum doesn't leave a finish. That's not like him.
no.
He leaves 3-4-1 at worst, 3-4-7, 3-4-8.
100.
That's troublesome.
Jose, you require 86.
He's not thinking his way through this match.
Well, look, Michael van Gerwen's in the final of the Euro Tour, and there has been some good stuff this weekend. It's still not the same MVG we see. The game against Nathan Aspinall, yeah, it was fantastic. Great game to watch. Still had a bit of luck at the end.
100.
Yeah.
Still survived the match darts. Still didn't average over a ton. Still looked like Nathan could get at him and did get at him.
How good has de Sousa been in that 80 finishing range?
Yeah.
2 86s, an 84 and an 87. I mean, I go on about this a lot, that you want to be good between 60 and 130.
59.
But that range of, say, 72 to 92, you're going to get a lot of those. He's taken out them all.
Yeah, we saw Martijn Kleermaker give an absolute example of that this weekend. We saw Rob
135.
Cross do something very similar against Kleermaker, funnily enough. But with the stakes this high, taking on Michael van Gerwen in his first ever Euro Tour final, everything about this display from Jose de Sousa is absolutely top quality. That is a 6th 180 from Jose. He has hit them in each of the last 5 legs.
58.
In this game 3 years ago, if they'd have played each other, what would the odds have been on Van Gerwen having the most 180s? It would have been minuscule.
Yeah. Van Gerwen has only missed 1 dart at double in this game. He's not
128.
even being given many chances because Jose is hammering him in the scoring.
140.
Well, if this goes,
Jose, you require
Michael will have to
134.
get the white flag out because it's not going to go. And Van Gerwen has already taken a 68. Is he going to double up
82.
on a 2-darter just like
Michael,
Jose de
you
Sousa
require
has
68.
done in the previous leg? Yes,
He's on
very
the flag,
good.
Michael Van Gerwen.
No white flag here.
11
Very
flag,
good.
Jose
The gap
to
dropped to
reverse.
just 2 legs.
Game on.
There's still nearly 13 points difference in the averages here. And yet, Michael Van Gerwen is finding a way to just about hang on in there.
97.
De Sousa doesn't look too phased about this situation, does he? It's easier to read certain players as you see the
40.
match averages there. And the first 9 is healthy.
Well, one of them is.
88 is a bit of an anomaly, right?
Well, you'd say it's an anomaly, but this weekend, Van Gerwen has not been banging
60.
in the 108 first 9 average which you expect, has he? I mean, admittedly, 88 is very, very low. That's the only thing that's keeping him in this game.
Correct.
59.
But overall, that is an astounding display of finishing over the course of 10 legs.
Well, when you add in the fact his semi-final against Mensur, he hit 2/3 of his darts double in his 7-1 win.
98.
7 out of 11 there. He's 4 out of 5 here. I mean, it's incredible finishing from Van Gerwen, but he just desperately needs it here against Jose.
99.
Doesn't seem to be nestling the darts together in the 60 bed like he used to. And go back to what I was saying about the flight position and the launch angle. I think there's something in it, personally.
100.
De Sousa's heat map over that 60 has been so concentrated. But that's better, that's great
71.
from Van Gerwen to leave the 132.
Jose require 146.
That has been such a friend to him in his career. He hasn't used it a great deal lately, but this is possible. That's
Oh my.
for another. Oh, what's that? It's another 86, but it has 60 on the start. Wow!
The 171 from MVG, and you just thought maybe it could be a tide turning moment, and then Jose de Sousa bangs in a 146. And look at his face when he celebrated that. He's enjoying himself up there. He's not overawed. He doesn't care. He doesn't care that this is the greatest player on the planet. The rankings say that. He's hit 7 of the 8 180s in this. He's hit the highest checkout. He is averaging almost 15 points more than Michael Van Gerwen. This is his first ever appearance at a Euro Tour final. It's only his 3rd appearance on the Euro Tour. This man is an absolute machine.
I'm sitting in my chair with my arms folded, just admiring this. What a display. And to do this
97.
at the home of the Euro Tour. People who have won under this roof, Beaton, King, Van Gerwen, Wright, Newton, and more, are going to follow.
99.
I think we can add the Portuguese name to that list very soon, because it's another 80-odd checkout that he's left. Van Gerwen does his best. He taps him on the shoulder. He lets him know he's there.
88.
Jose hasn't been bothered about that all game. Can he win it here?
16s. Well, does he want to go 14 ball?
He should do. It's gone double. Oh my word. And he can go back down. This is incredible. What a Jose way to win the title this would be. Oh my days, Jose de Sousa! Flawless counting all the way through the match, and then right at the end, he produces an accidental double-double finish to win his first Euro Tour title. Bridge nearly, and he has taken the world #1 to the cleaners. We have a Portuguese Euro Tour champion for the first time in PDC history. And Paul Nicholson, do you think that's the only thing that man's going to win?
Not at all. I love the way he finished that, because that was quintessentially Jose de Sousa. He is part of the PDC system. He is very welcome here. And please stick around, Jose, because you are box office entertainment. I love that. Dan, take us out.
Jose de Sousa, his third PDC title, his first Euro Tour in only his third appearance on the circuit. He defeats Michael van Gerwen. Let's hear from your latest champion. It is the special one, the Portuguese man who scores. Jose de Sousa, the European Darts Grand Prix
zur
champion.
Siegerehrung. Wir gratulieren unserem Zweitplatzierten zu 10.000 Pfund Preisgeld. Niemand geringer als die Nummer 1 der Welt, Mighty Michael van Gerwen. Und unser Champion, der heute seinen ersten European Tour Title gewinnt, ist niemand geringerer als Jose de Sousa! Jose, first question to you, obviously. Your first European Tour title, European Darts Grand Prix champion. Sum up your feelings after this one, please, if you could.
I cannot describe this. I'm really emotional. It's at now my biggest title, and I'm very, very, very happy.
You have obviously made a lot of fans here in Sindelfingen, and the crowd have been firmly behind you. If you could say something to your supporters here.
I just want to say thank you, guys. You are a wonderful crowd. So this go for me and all of you. All of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your European Darts Grand Prix champion of 2020, Jose de Sousa! Sindelfingen, das war er, der European Darts Grand Prix 2020. Wir wollen uns ganz herzlich bei euch allen bedanken, dass ihr hier gewesen seid, dass ihr mit uns diesen Schritt in Richtung Normalität gemacht habt, dass ihr das Ganze zu einem stimmungsvollen Abend gemacht habt, trotz aller Regeln, trotz all der Dinge, an die wir uns halten mussten. Vielen Dank, dass ihr hier wart. Kommt gut nach Hause, bleibt gesund und bis ganz, ganz bald beim Event der PDC Europe. Danke Sindelfingen, macht's gut.